You're watching coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 15's Weekend Report.
Now at 6, winter blast hits the East Coast, causing power outages at more than 650,000 homes and businesses in the Northeast. Good evening, I'm Randy Spieth. Alyssa has the night off. The nor'easter that dumped a record amount of snow in some parts of the Northeast is now moving out to sea. Officials say this storm caused at least 4 deaths in the United States. Now, millions of people are digging out from several feet of snow. Marley Hall is in Hartford, Connecticut with the latest.
People from New York, straight up through New England, are digging out after a nor'easter dumped more than 3 feet of snow in some areas.
A lot of cleanup. Yeah, we got a snowblower, so my husband's somewhere in the neighborhood cleaning other people's houses. We're finishing up here.
Highways turned into parking lots overnight. Emergency crews moved in to rescue dozens of people forced to spend the night in their cars on New York's Long Island.
Put on the 3 layers of clothing I brought, threw some blankets over me, and went to sleep.
In Connecticut, workers tried to keep the sidewalks outside their businesses clear.
Plows keep blocking you in, and you got to keep shoveling it up.
Connecticut's governor is asking people to stay off the road so plows can clear the streets. Many people would have trouble even getting to their cars. Here in Hartford, many vehicles are buried under the snow. It's a similar scene in Massachusetts. Streets in Worcester are filled with people digging out their cars.
This is a lot of snow. I miss my truck and I miss an indoor garage.
In Boston, some residents chose to run or walk before the governor lifted a ban on driving. And along the Massachusetts coast, some people had to leave their homes because of flooding. As the storm moves further out to sea, power crews are working to get electricity back to about 650,000 customers, while others are just enjoying this big blast of winter. Marley Hall for CBS News, Hartford, Connecticut.
Well, as people are out east digging their way out of the snow, we've had some gorgeous weather the last few days, but how much longer will that last? Meteorologist Leanne Oakley joins us now with our first forecast. Leanne?
Well, Randy, fortunately for us, it'll last through the rest of tonight, but then we have some big changes coming in as we head into tomorrow. Right now, we're looking out of one of our weather cameras in Warsaw. Not looking too bad out there. Nice, clear, calm, quiet skies, and that's how we'll stay as we head through the rest of this evening. 31 your current temperature right now, 34 your high for today so far, and winds just very light and out of the east-southeast at 6 miles an hour. Temperatures elsewhere, 31 in Kendallville, 33 in Huntington, 38 in Portland, and still at 37 down into Marion. The rest of this evening will continue with those partly cloudy skies, but we'll start to see more clouds as we head into tomorrow, and that's our next weather system starting to push in. This one could bring us a little bit of rain. We'll track that coming up in your full forecast.
Thanks a bunch, Leanne. Well, a freshman at Northrop High School continues to recover from a skiing accident last Christmas Eve. Noah Barbnick is still in a Georgia hospital receiving physical therapy. The accident left the teenager paralyzed from the chest down, but his friends and the community are helping the Barbnick family for Noah's return home. Tonight, there's a benefit for the family in Fort Wayne. News Channel 15's Aaron Rogers will attend that benefit and has a look at what's going on tonight.
Randy, I got a sneak peek at the schedule tonight, and there are some big prizes being auctioned off. The Bruin benefit for Noah starts this evening at 7 at Cerruti's. Even though tickets aren't on sale anymore, people can still bid online until 10 p.m. The night, put together by the football team and the Northrop community, will consist of door prizes and raffle prizes. Some of the items being auctioned off are a 1-week stay at a condo in Destin, Florida, a Valentine's Day package with hotel stays, fishing and hunting gear, and artwork. The benefit will help the family with Noah's medical cost and transforming their house to make it wheelchair accessible. I will have more from that benefit tonight on Nightcast. Randy, back to you.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Well, the Indiana House Speaker says in the coming weeks, Hoosiers should get an idea of what Indiana's next budget will look like. Republican Brian Boezema says he expects the House Ways and Means Committee to approve a budget shortly. He expects more funding for education and transportation to be included in the budget than what Governor Mike Pence submitted. Lawmakers also must decide whether they will approve Pence's roughly $500 million tax cut. That money would come out of a surplus left from former Governor Mitch Daniels. Hoosiers may pay more for food and beverages if a proposed bill passes. The bill would allow Indiana cities the option to tax a maximum 1% on food and beverages. 12 cities in Indiana already do this. Those taxes generated about $7.3 million in 2012. The bill was first introduced last year with no action taken. Currently, it has bipartisan support with 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans backing it. You can read more about this bill and how the money would be used on WANE.com. Well, people were kicking it in the fort today. It was a Taekwondo tournament at the Grand Wayne Center. Over 800 people from 7 states, even some from South America, came to compete in the different events. Those events included traditional forms, combat weapons, and extreme forms with flips and cartwheels. Taekwondo is a martial art, but it is different from karate.
Taekwondo is very similar to karate. We just use a little bit more with the kicking techniques. We're 70% kicking, a little bit more hand technique, where karate is mostly hand techniques. So
Competitors range in age from 3 years old up to 60 years old. Well, it was a jungle today at the Botanical Conservatory. It was part of their Mighty Jungle Adventure exhibit, and it doesn't just include jungle plants. There were some animals as well as including a crocodile, python, parrot, and tree frogs. Kids could also get their faces painted or enjoy the hammock and treehouse. You can visit the exhibit now through April 7th. It's $5 for adults and $3 for children 3 to 17. Children 2 and under get in free. The annual Fort Wayne Boat Show is underway at the Memorial Coliseum this weekend. This is the 32nd year for the event. 60 exhibitors are showing off their boats, personal watercraft, accessories, piers, and more. The DNR will also host a free water and boating safety class tomorrow.
It's a good time. Come out, you can get up in the pontoons, you can get up in the boats, take a look at them. Even if you're thinking about maybe getting a new boat, it's a good time to check them out. It's inexpensive. It's not like you're going to go to a big city where you pay a lot of money to come to the show.
The show runs until 9 tonight. It runs from 11 to 4 tomorrow. Admission is $6 for adults. Kids 12 and under will get in for free. Fort Wayne is celebrating its railroad history this weekend. The Three Rivers Railroad Heritage Council is hosting its annual railroad celebration at the former Pennsylvania Railroad Station. That's over on Baker Street. This year's theme is the Nickel Plate Railroad in the tri-state area. It features displays of world-famous railroads and 3 operating models railroad layouts. The event continues tomorrow from 10 to 5. A couple from Pierceton got to meet their favorite NASCAR drivers early this morning. Sue and Michael Stevens traveled 12 hours to Charlotte, North Carolina for the NASCAR Acceleration Weekend. They left at 4 a.m. on Thursday to be the first people in line. Last year, they didn't get there until Friday afternoon, and close to 100 people were already standing in line before them. The Stevens spent 2 nights in the rain before they were given NASCAR Hall of Fame induction tickets from a Hall of Fame member. They also got autographs from Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick. The manhunt for the former Los Angeles police officer Christopher Dorner continues. He's a suspect in at least 3 killings, including a police officer. We'll have an update on that when your #1 weekend news returns.